MCQ. So let's start the video. Which of the following is a primary female reproductive organ? Uterus, ovary, vagina, fallopian tube. So the correct answer is option B. Ovary is a primary female reproductive organ. What is the site of fertilization in the female reproductive system? Uterus, ovary, vagina, fallopian tube. So the correct answer is option D. Fallopian tube is the site of fertilization in the female reproductive system. The release of an egg from the ovary is known as fertilization, ovulation, menstruation, implantation. So the correct answer is option B. The release of an egg from the ovary is known as ovulation. What is the purpose of the cervix in the female reproductive system? To produce exo, to transport sperm, to support the uterus, to connect the uterus to the vagina. So the correct answer is option D. The purpose of the cervix in the female reproductive system is to connect the uterus to the vagina. Which of the following is the outermost layer of the uterus? Endometrium, myometrium, perimetrium, ovarian follicle. So the correct answer is option C. Perimetrium is the outermost layer of the uterus. The female reproductive system is most closely associated with which body system? Nervous system, respiratory system, circulatory system, endocrine system. So the correct answer is option D. The female reproductive system is most closely associated with endocrine system. What is the purpose of the labia minora in the female reproductive system? To produce exo, to transport sperm, to support the uterus, to protect the vaginal opening. So the correct answer is option D. To protect the vaginal opening. What is the purpose of the clitoris in the female reproductive system? To produce exo, to transport sperm, to support the uterus, to provide sexual pleasure. So the correct answer is option D. To provide sexual pleasure. Which hormone is responsible for milk production in the breasts? Oxytocin, prolactin, thyroid stimulating hormone TSH, growth hormone GH. So the correct answer is option B. Prolactin hormone is responsible for milk production in the breasts. Which hormone is responsible for the development and maintenance of female secondary sexual characteristics? Estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, follicle stimulating hormone FSH. So the correct answer is option A, estrogen. What is the term for the monthly hormonal cycle in females? Menstruation, ovulation, menopause, menstrual cycle. So the correct answer is option D, menstrual cycle. Which structure nourishes and supports the developing fetus during pregnancy? Cervix, ovary, uterus, fallopian tube. So the correct answer is option C, uterus. What is the average length of the menstrual cycle in most women? 14 days, 21 days, 28 days, 35 days. So the correct answer is option C. The average length of the menstrual cycle in most women is 28 days. Which hormone is responsible for the development and release of an egg from the ovary? Follicle stimulating hormone FSH, luteinizing hormone LH, progesterone, testosterone. So the correct answer is option B, luteinizing hormone LH. The opening of the vagina is partially covered by a thin membrane called ovarian follicle, endometrium, hymen, corpus luteum. So the correct answer is option C, hymen. Which hormone is responsible for thickening the uterine lining during the menstrual cycle? Progesterone, estrogen, testosterone, luteinizing hormone. So the correct answer is option B, estrogen. What is the purpose of the fallopian tubes in the female reproductive system? To produce exo, to transport sperm, to support the uterus, to facilitate fertilization. So the correct answer is option D, to facilitate fertilization. What is the purpose of the mucus produced by the cervix? Lubrication during sexual intercourse, protection against infection, nutrient supply to the embryo, stimulation of ovulation. So the correct answer is option B, protection against infection. What is the term for the monthly release of a mature egg from the ovary? Ovulation, fertilization, implantation, menstruation. So the correct answer is option A, ovulation. What is the function of the ovaries in the female reproductive system? Production of eggs and hormones, transport of sperm, support of the uterus, menstruation. So the correct answer is option A, production of eggs and hormones. What is the function of the cervix? produce exo, secrete lubricating fluido, connects the uterus to the fallopian tube, forms the lower part of the birth canal. So the correct answer is option D. The function of the cervix is forms the lower part of the birth canal.